Hello, this is Greg from SharePoint Maven, and in this video I would like to show you how you can easily change the header on a SharePoint site. So let me explain to you what I'm talking about. So I'm talking about this area over here at the very top, pretty much where the logo appears, where the site title appears. Everything below it is a page. That's something pretty much all the regular members can change. I'm talking about just this area over here at the very top. And now, very, very important, this can only be changed by site owner. So if you, let's say, are the member of the site or a visitor, you cannot change and alter the look and feel of this header. Only those who are site owners can do that. So very, very important. But other than that, it's pretty, straightforward to do. Let me show you a few options that are available. If you click on the gear icon, change the look. And of course, we can alter all those different options, the theme and, navigation. In our case, it's going to be the header. And there are a couple of things you can alter here. So first of all, the first tab you're going to see is the layout. And this is where you can control the height of the header. So we can go with like a really small one, minimal or compact. My favorite is extended. I will actually show it to you in a second, but for now, let's stay with compact. Let's now click on the design tab. A couple of more things you can alter here. So first of all, you can alter the color of the header. And these are the colors that actually propagate from the theme. So you know how you can also change the theme. And I think I went with one of the kind of out of the box, dark blue, dark mode, I guess, blue theme. Whatever one you choose, you're going to have all the theme colors here. I only have 4, but look, if you created a custom theme and you have all those different brand, guidelines and brand colors, they would all be available here. But yeah, I guess for now, let's just stay with this one. Another thing that you can do is upload an image. All right. Up until recently, you could only upload an image if you utilized like the extended header, all right, the largest header possible. But now, even if we have like the compact style or standard, we can still upload an image. Actually, let's do that. I'm going to upload an image that I have. Here we go. And you might need to play with, the image size and everything to make it look all right. But this is what it looks like. And you can, of course, change a few things about, the opacity and, the gradient and yeah, overlay opacity. So whatever works in your case. A couple of other things you can alter here. You can alter the font. Now, by default, I believe these are just out of the box Microsoft fonts, but if I were to maybe install some custom fonts, which is now possible, we would be able to alter that here as well. All right. We can hide the site title. By default, it is showing, but we can hide it. There are use cases for that. And then we have the logos. Now, there are 2 logos, and I actually recorded a separate video and explained everything about the logos, but the site logo is the one that shows up on the site. So usually it would be kind of the full version of the logo, if you will, maybe a rectangular shape or square shape, whatever you have. But this is the logo that shows up right next to the title. Otherwise, it will just kind of show the empty square box. The thumbnail logo is the logo that you get to see when you search for the site. If you like do a keyword search and it finds the essentially the SharePoint site in search results, right? Right next to the title, it will show the small thumbnail, and that's where it gets its logo from. Also, if you have a site that's connected to Microsoft Teams, the thumbnail logo here is the one that is shown up over here. So you see all of this are thumbnail logos that you get to see here. So just wanted to show you that as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I already uploaded the logos, and you would just click save, and all the changes would be saved. Now, let me show you a few more things. Let's switch to extended header, and there is a reason I want to do this. So once I do that, under the design tab, if you scroll all the way down, you will see another option, logo alignment. This is only available with extended header. As you can see, this is the largest, header possible. But now we can change the alignment of our of our logo. And I actually used this trick a few times. There are certain sites that you kind of want to look maybe unique and have the title and the logo in the center, so you might want to utilize that. One last thing I want to show you related to the headers that's and super important. So obviously, in my case, this site was just kind of a standalone site, and this happens to be like a company blog site, but it's just an independent site. If you have a site that's connected to the hub, so just like I have here, you see I have an internet hub, and let's say I go to one of the associated sites, like a human resources, and let's say I'm the owner of the site, I want to, alter the look and feel of this header. You will be able to do it, but only to an extent. So you can still alter the size of the header, and you can even upload your logo and everything. But remember how I could also alter the color scheme? Let's say, what, I don't want to upload an image. I want this header to be, red or blue. I cannot change that. That option is missing. Why? Because the site is part of the hub. And essentially, right, we all want our sites to be to follow our branding guidelines, right, to be consistent. So we don't want all the sites in our hub to have a separate, color schemes. That's why you cannot adjust if your site is part of the hub. This change can only be made at the hub itself. You see, I can change my the color of my, header, I guess, on the main site, and then this will propagate to all the associated sites. But you cannot alter the header, the color scheme if you are part of the hub. So just wanted to point it out as it might become really important. But other than that, these are the available options. Hopefully you found this video useful and you learned something new. As always, happy to see you on my blog, sharepointmaven.com, as well as my YouTube channel. Goodbye.